Friends, you know the drill. Last week I talked to you about your strategic plan. There's this thing that happens every single year. You know it, October, November. Ooh, I want to make you, right? We should just make a song, right? Strategic planning season. When the consultants arrive and the frameworks get deployed and the vision statements get wordsmithed and the sticky dots. You cannot have a strategic planning session without standard little sticky dots that they're like glitter, right? It's like, get them all over me. Your cabinet spends weeks in sessions and you walk out of this beautiful engagement with a beautiful document, right? Comprehensive, aligned. This sucker's board ready, right? Strategic planning, priority number 1, check. Strategic planning, priority number 2, check, check. Strategic priority number 3, check, check, check. Everything is planned. The institution, the district, the enrollment strategy, the facilities, everything except, here's the beat, you. Yeah, nobody wrote superintendent personal development plan as a strategic priority for your strategic plan, right? Nobody included president's capability building in the strategic plan. Let's just be honest. But strategic priorities, 1 through 3, they're going to absolutely fail without it. And that's not pessimism. That's just physics, okay? Let's go. Here's what I'm seeing. 73% of the 987, you've seen that number before. We do our longitudinal study every single year. Campus leaders and leadership teams that we've studied, they're brilliant at planning for your system. Honestly, that's why you hired them. But they're terrible at planning for themselves. Yeah. You know the moment someone's asking you about your plans for 2026 and you talk about your district's strategic priorities, right? The institution's enrollment initiatives, the academic restructuring, whatever it happens to be. And then they ask again, no, I mean your plans. What are you focusing on, boss? And there is a pause. It's a protracted pause, right? You say, I guess leading all of that, but that's not the plan for you. That's a job description, honestly. Or try this right now. Don't keep reading. Actually, just do this. Answer this question right now. What are the 3 leadership competencies that you're deliberately developing in 2026? 2026. What are the 3 competencies that you're going to build? You got to build better trust across your team. I saw that played out last week between faculty, senate, and administration. Just the word trust. Can you answer that without hesitating? Most leaders can't. Not because you're not strategic. You are strategic, but because we've just professionalized leadership so thoroughly that we've accidentally made personal development kind of feel really optional. And your institution, it's going to get a strategic plan, and your enrollment is going to get a strategic plan. Your facilities are going to get a facilities operating plan, right? Your parking situation is going to get a strategic overlook plan, right? Okay, maybe not that last one, but it just explains so much. But you're supposed to just figure it out. PhD in winging it. Yeah, learn on the job. Develop competencies through osmosis, right? Somehow. Math, brutal. Your strategic plan has 5 to 7 major priorities. And I hope it's only 5 to 7 because those campuses trying to do 12, 3/4 of them drop, right? Each of them requires probably 300 to 400 hours of your focused leadership. That's about 2,000 hours minimum. And you've got about 2,000 working hours in a year, okay? let's slow down here a little bit. You're planning for impossible before you even start. Unless you multiply your capacity. And that's one of the places that campus teams are struggle bus right now. Capacity. Okay, in our assessments that we give really every quarter, capacity always is underperforming. Okay, here's what might change a few things. 4 questions, not complicated, just honest questions. And answer these before, let's just say Monday, before Monday, right? How about Monday of your first day back for second semester? Skip these questions and 2026 is going to feel like 2025 with different dates on your calendar. So, question 1, what do you want to become? Not your role, your capabilities. The superintendent who navigates political complexities without losing instructional focus. The president who leads through enrollment disruptions while building faculty trust. Perhaps the leader who transforms culture instead of just surviving it. Yeah, most leaders can describe their organization's desired future state in exhaustive detail. It's in your bones, boss. It's in your bones. But ask them to describe their own future state as a leader. Yeah, they go blank. Listen, you just can't lead your organization to a place that you haven't already been there yourself, right? In terms of your own security, in terms of just your own health. Your strategic plan calls for innovation, but you haven't developed your own capacity for risk taking. Yeah, your head's gonna just pop onto the ceiling again. That strategic priority it's already dead. Okay, question 2, what skill will you master? And boss, if you are in that just that cool age group, if you're in that cool age group between, I would say, 45 and 55, maybe even 50 to 60, yeah, you should be mastering something. You should be a renowned expert in that one thing. Okay, so what are you going to master? Not improve, not get better, like be the only one that does this the way that you do it. Pick one skill. If it's mastered, it would 10x your effectiveness. And not 5 skills, 1. Okay. And we're not just talking about just rounding your development. I want one skill that would fundamentally change what you're capable of leading. Maybe you're just excellent in instructional leadership, but terrible at financial strategy. Maybe you're brilliant at academic vision, but weak in fundraising. Then build that 90-day plan to really develop that. Okay, not I'll read a few books plan, right? Structured development plan with coaching, practice, feedback, measurable progress, whatever it takes. Okay? Question 3. We're almost there. What level of service will you provide? Your current level of service got you here. Okay? But it won't get you to where you want to go. What does that next level of service look like? Moving from managing operations to shaping strategy, moving from solving problems to developing problem solvers. Did you hear that twist? We're doing a whole lot of the first part and not a whole lot of the second part. Maybe it's moving from being the smartest person, highest IQ in the room, to actually building the smartest room. That's your job. Yeah. Last one. How will you protect what matters most? And this is a question nobody asked, but everyone's probably just like regretting that they've been ignoring it. You develop clarity, you develop momentum, you make progress, and then you sacrifice your health, your relationships, your sanity on the altar of strategic priorities. Yeah. Education and healthcare, 2 of the most unhealthy sectors on the planet right now. Let's keep pushing against that gravitational pull. I know the story. The superintendent who closed the achievement gap by 23%. You won state recognition. You came home with divorce papers, right? And Yeah, it's hard. It's a struggle keeping all of that together. Student success just skyrockets, but marriage success, that's important to us. It's actually one of the things that we fight for in our practice is you, not you as a successful leader in your office, you as a successful leader to yourself, to your family, to your team, to your organization, to your wider community. But it doesn't happen way out in the outer circles first, boss. It's got to start right smack dab in the center. So your 2026 strategic plan probably includes metrics for student success, financial health, maybe organizational effectiveness. Does it include metrics for your health, your relationships, your energy, sustainable leadership? Boss, it's not selfish, it's strategic. Because an exhausted, isolated, unhealthy leader, they're all over the place, but they can't execute a bold vision. They can only survive it. That's not your KPI. It's not. Yeah. So our time with 986, actually 87 teams, that one just came in. It keeps pointing to the same thing. The quality of strategic execution correlates more strongly with the leader capabilities than with your strategic quality. It's really about the essence of you. How healthy are you, boss? Healthy bosses create healthy teams. Healthy teams have the ability to recreate a broken system. So your strategic plan isn't failing because consultants didn't, framework hard enough, right? It's failing because nobody developed the leader. Now, if you're thinking, Joe, I get this for me personally, but what about my team? How do I compare to high-performing teams? I've actually created a comprehensive white paper based on research of the 987 leadership teams. It's called Team Intelligence. It's transforming individual brilliance into breakthrough team performance. And a lot of it has to do truly with the health of your leaders. Here's the thing, you get a complete framework, 5 cognitive approaches, case studies, real numbers, your 90-day transformational roadmap. It's free. You can find the link in the description. You grab it. But whatever you do, whether you download it or not, here's what you need to do this week. This weekend, how about? Okay? Not next week, not next weekend. Now when things calm down. I love that. Hey, Joe, we're going to be ready to start when things calm down. I'm like, wait, the day after never? Okay. You're going to give yourself what everyone else believes that you deserve, because they do. They're rooting for you. It's a strategic planning retreat, not for your district, not for your institution, for you, boss, right? And it only maybe 60 minutes, 3 blocks of time. Yep. Block 1, answer the 4 questions that I just gave you, 20 minutes. And then open a blank document and answer that with brutal honesty. Who do I want to become? What skills do I want to master? What level of service will I provide? And how will I protect what matters most? If you can't answer these in 20 minutes, you don't have a clarity problem. You have a priority problem. So block 2, your other 60 minutes, calendar the development. Okay. Only take you 15 minutes, honestly. Open your calendar right now, and you're going to block these January through March. You've got weekly development block, maybe Tuesday from 7 to 9 a.m., right? Not p.m. It's non-negotiable. You're going to have monthly progress checks, maybe the first Friday from 3 to 4, okay? And you're going to have quarterly strategic retreat, maybe a half day. It's blocked, no meetings, and your admin can't plan over top of this thing. If these blocks aren't in your calendar by January 2nd, I promise it won't happen. And you're going to be looking back again at this year saying, why in the world can't I seem to break through? Your 2026 strategic plan assumes over 2,000 hours plus your leadership. If you're operating at 60% capability, and most leaders are, boss, most highly decorated leaders, their teams are operating at 60% capability. That's about 800 wasted hours. This 60-minute retreat plus 2 hours per week equals about 110 hours invested. It only makes sense to reclaim that 800 hours wasted. You're not too busy for this, right? You deserve this. You're probably too busy because of this. And let's just call it block 3. Choose accountability. 25 minutes. You hold everyone else accountable, but who holds you accountable, boss? Maybe an executive coach, your partner, a structured program. You got to choose one, okay? Schedule it in January. You don't have enough motivation for this, okay? The wind and the whirlwind are going to pick up on January 5th. It's coming for you, right? Don't skip this step. Strategic plans without accountability, they're just wishes with deadlines. Now, I know what you're thinking. I'll do this, when things kind of calm down. Things will never calm down, boss. Development must happen during chaos. Did you hear me? During the chaos, you work on you, not after it. Look, Monday, January 5th, it's going to arrive like a freight train. Your calendar, it's going to already be full. Okay, by 9 a.m., you're going to be in crisis mode about something, I promise. By noon, you're going to be managing not your priorities, but other people's priorities, okay? And by March, you're just going to realize that 2026 looks suspiciously like 2025. Or you'll choose different right now, this week, this weekend. So here's a maturity shift. Immature leaders, they say, hey, if I work harder, results will improve. Mature leaders, boss, you're a mature leader. If I develop strategically, my capabilities multiply. The immature leaders, and we've all been there, they say my strategic plan is solid. I just need better execution. I'm going to pull something off the shelf. Nothing against 40X. Mature leaders think, hey, my strategic plan is only as strong as the leader executing it. Can I get an amen? Yeah, immature leaders plan for their organization. The mature leaders plan for themselves and their organization. Yeah, the multiplication effect. You're not an immature leader, so stop leading like one. Just imagine. Yeah, January 5th, you walk into your first meeting 2026, but this time you're not just executing somebody else's strategic plan. You're executing your strategic plan for you. Yeah. You know exactly who you're becoming. It's intentional. It's not accidental, right? You know exactly the skills that you're mastering, the level of service that you're providing, and you've protected what matters most. It's not fantasy. That's what happens when you give yourself what you're already given to everybody else. A plan. This week, this weekend, before Monday, January 5th, comment one word below. Your 2026 leadership development plan is it non-existent? Is it kind of vague? Is it calendared? Is it funded? Is it that intentional? Be honest. Your vulnerability gives other leaders permission to be real. And we don't need any more leaders, folks. We need more of the right kind, the real kind, the vulnerable kind, those that are willing to crawl into the ring and fight for themselves, not just others, right? Go ahead, tag a fellow superintendent or a college president who also plans everything except themselves, right? And maybe just screenshot those 4 questions and text them to your cabinet and grab that white paper. The links are in the description. I'm Dr. Joe.